one step further. This is something Sharon asked me to do. She didn't ask me to do much this time, but this one thing she asked me to do, I'm going to do it this way. What I've done here is I've just a plain inexpensive little container, and I have an Oasis ball. Okay, I put it on there, and I started filling it full of flowers. Carnations work great. I went by the wholesaler store. Sharon told me this like on the way out last night. I didn't have much time to prepare, but what we're going to do, let's go ahead and finish up this little ball. Just cut them short.
You soaked your Oasis in water,
Oasis.
and you just soaked it.
You soak it, right. You have primarily two different kinds of foam for floral work. You have Oasis, which means water, and it absorbs water. Then you have a dry foam, or desert foam, and that's for dry flowers, artificial. And that foam will not absorb water. Finish up this little ball. You want to keep your flower heads fairly close together. If you have any gaps, there are some little smaller buds you can cut off. Gaps. And this will last you for, with mums and carnations, gosh, 10 days to 2 weeks. Just keep it watered. You can do it with red roses, white roses, any color rose you wanted to use.
Okay, I'll do this, but I don't think
The only thing I can tell you, it takes more flower heads than you think once you start poking. Yeah, if anything, you'll underestimate how many you need.
Does Michael carry that Oasis?
Probably.
Now we'll take these stems and recut the stems, put them back in the water, and then the rest of these will grow and bloom. When I used to work in the floor shop, you would hear this all day. That would drive me crazy. So why do y'all do that? Just hold it in your hands, stick it in. Unless you gotta have both hands to do stem insertion. There's no need to throw it back in.
What's the best way to keep that
Isn't that
wet
cute?
and moist? Do you spray it? Would you
take a
mist
few
it?
minutes and fill in the spaces with some of these smaller buds if you wanted to.
Wait.
I'm sorry. What's the best way to keep that moist? Would you spray it and mist it, or
I
how
would
would
just
you?
take this to my faucet and
Oh,
run
you just
water.
take it out and just pour water over it, and then just let the water just soak
Yeah,
through.
just let it sit in your sink for a few minutes till most of the water ran out, and then just set it
And
back
then just stick it back in.
Well, look how that would be with that, and then if you want to take it a step further, I'm going to keep it as simple as you can. You can tuck a little bit of pine greenery around the base if you wanted to, little small pieces to make a collar.
Forget me not. You know,
Or you
it's
could take something like these little millimeter balls.
we're engaged in one.
Use any color you wanted. I got gold, kind of chocolate brown. Tuck those in.
Alright, say you have a lot of, not a lot, but you have some of that size container, but they're not two of the same.
I love that. Mix them up.
Is that okay?
Absolutely, you can do that. And I'll take it one step further.
And maybe one has a little pedestal.
Absolutely.
Okay.
A tall little vase. There's nothing wrong with taking something like this and mixing glass with metal,
Okay.
with concrete. I mean, that look. Mix it up.
So it's okay.
As long as the overall theme is the same.
Okay.
Like but in this case I would use white on all three.
Okay.
Okay. But I like that idea. I would
But,
do that.
you know, I've got some that are that, but then they may not be two of a kind.
That's fine. That's fine. It's simple.
And what if they were clear containers, you know, glass like that?
See, that would be pretty.
And what would you do so you didn't see the green?
I would take greenery and stick it like at the base and let it hang out over that. She was asking a question if she were to use a cylinder vase like one of these
Mm-hmm.
and had this sitting on it, what would you do to hide the Oasis? That's where I would take some, maybe the Christmas greenery, tuck in so that it would hang down just a little bit all the way, just put a collar on
But
it.
then what would you fill the
I wouldn't put anything in it.
you would just keep it?
You could put, you know, some ornaments would be pretty in it, something like that if you wanted to. But to me, it would be prettier with nothing, just